Hello, and welcome back for another episode of the Accessible Technology Podcast with me, Phoebes Lyle. This is a podcast that is all about the most accessible modern day technologies that are the most accessible for disabled people, as well as getting into what technologies are considered less accessible, while also sometimes getting into what technology companies could do to make their technology even more accessible for people with disabilities. This topic is really something that I have a really personal interest in because I am paralyzed from the neck down and can't move anything other than my head, and that means that my only way of using technology is with either a chopstick or a stylus in my mouth or with voice control. But if you or anyone else want to learn any more about how accessible everyday technology can be, you can follow this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Audible, and Spotify. However, if you'd like to support the podcast and the content I produce in other ways, you can also support it by going over to the Phoebes Now Buy Me a Coffee page, which is where you will be able to give me a one-time donation, find exclusive episodes that aren't part of the podcast, or check out other products that I will be releasing soon. In today's episode, however, you're going to hear me reacting to everything that was announced at Apple's WWDC23 event earlier on this year, and then you'll hear me also giving some more of my opinions come the end. But before I bring you everything that Apple announced at WWDC23 and all of my reactions, here's some additional notes about this Apple event in particular. It ran from the 5th of June until the 9th of June 2023, with a live showcase that was held on the first day. It was held on the same day that celebrated the 15th birthday of the App Store, which of course is something that many young people will be celebrating, as well as many older people. However, this year's WWDC event also marked the 4th time the event was held online, as the first 3 times were due to COVID. Who knows? Maybe that was one of the few good things that came from COVID, although that is sort of dark to say. But what I mean by it is that people can tune in to the conference online for free from anywhere, so you don't have to spend thousands of pounds and traveling. But now that I've said everything that I have said, let's jump straight into the conference and my reaction.
Good morning. Welcome to WWDC. And welcome to Apple Park for this very special day of announcements about our latest technologies and platforms. We are committed to providing developers with resources, tools, and opportunities to help them do their amazing work. One of these important resources is our Worldwide Developers Conference. We are excited to kick things off with this morning's announcements. Today, we're going to make some of our biggest announcements ever at WWDC. We'll be talking about the future of our incredible software platforms, as well as introducing some exciting new products. So to get it started, I'd like to hand it over to John to talk about the Mac.
The Mac has been completely transformed by the transition to Apple Silicon, with industry-leading performance, new capabilities, and extraordinary battery life. Apple Silicon has also enabled developers to take their apps further than ever. Well, today, we have even bigger news to share on another product made possible by Apple Silicon. Introducing the 15-inch MacBook Air. And here's Kate to tell you all about it.
The new Air has everything you could want in a 15-inch laptop. It starts with a design that's astonishingly thin and light, yet feels incredibly solid and durable. It's only 11.5 millimeters thin. It features MagSafe charging, 2 Thunderbolt ports, and a headphone jack. It comes in 4 gorgeous finishes, including Midnight and Starlight. The Air has a brilliant liquid retina display with an expansive 15.3-inch screen that's surrounded by thin 5mm borders. It has a great 1080p camera for video calls, along with a 3-mic array, so you come through loud and clear. All of this is enabled by the M2 chip, which delivers amazing performance and battery life. In fact, the new Air is 12 times faster than the fastest Intel-based MacBook Air, and it gets an astonishing 18 hours of battery life. When compared to the best-selling 15-inch PC laptop with a Core i7 processor, MacBook Air is up to twice as fast, and its display is twice the resolution and 25% brighter. Even with better performance and a better display, you still get up to 50% more battery life than on the PC. If this is your first Mac, you'll enjoy how easy it is to set up and use. And once you start using it, you'll see how seamlessly it works with iPhone. So you can do things like copy something on your phone and paste it with your Mac using Universal Clipboard. So that's the new 15-inch MacBook Air. It has an expansive display, the incredible performance of M2, a 6-speaker sound system, and tremendous battery life, all in the world's thinnest 15-inch laptop.
We're super excited about the all-new 15-inch MacBook Air, the world's best 15-inch laptop. And it starts at just $12.99 and $11.99 for education. We're also excited that the 13-inch MacBook Air now starts at $10.99, $100 less than before. And the 13-inch Air with M1 remains in the lineup at $9.99. So customers have more choices than ever to find the perfect Air for them. Next, let's talk about our Pro products. Earlier this year, we announced M2 Pro and M2 Max, along with the new MacBook Pro and Mac Mini, and users have been amazed by their performance. Well, now we have even more exciting news for pros, starting with Mac Studio. Today, we're excited to give Mac Studio its first big update. And here's Jennifer to tell you more.
Users love Mac Studio for its incredible performance and connectivity. And today, both get even better. First, Mac Studio is getting the immensely capable M2 Max, and it's a performance powerhouse. And that's not all. Today, we're adding one final chip to the M2 family, taking Mac performance to new heights. Introducing M2 Ultra. Connecting 2 M2 Max die together with our groundbreaking Ultra Fusion architecture, it doubles the performance of M2 Max. The 24-core CPU in M2 Ultra delivers 20% faster performance than M1 Ultra. And M2 Ultra can support an enormous 192 gigabytes of unified memory. And today, we're bringing M2 Ultra to Mac Studio, taking performance even further. Mac Studio with M2 Ultra is also a whopping 6 times faster than the most powerful Intel-based iMac. So that's the new Mac Studio. It's a performance powerhouse, taking demanding workflows to the next level. And we're not done yet. Introducing Mac Pro with Apple Silicon. It combines our most powerful chip with PCI expansion to tackle the most demanding workflows. First, every Mac Pro comes with the outrageous performance of M2 Ultra. And the wide array of advanced connectivity on Mac Pro gets even better with 8 built-in Thunderbolt ports, 6 on the back and 2 on the top, which is twice as many as before. Finally, Mac Pro brings PCI expansion to Apple Silicon. It features 6 open expansion slots that support Gen 4. Finally, it's available in both tower and rack mount enclosures. So that's the new Mac Pro, powered by Apple Silicon.
Mac Studio with M2 Max still starts at $19.99. And with huge performance increases from M2 Ultra, Mac Pro starts at $69.99.
It's the integration of our hardware and software that brings our amazing products to life. Our software platforms enable our developers to do their amazing work, as well as provide incredible experiences for our users. So to tell you what's new with our software platforms, here's Craig.
Let's start with iOS. This year, we looked across the entire iPhone experience to provide delightful new features that make the things you do on iPhone more personal and intuitive. Our next release, iOS17, let's begin with some major updates to 3 apps that are central to how you communicate with people every day: Phone, FaceTime, and Messages. And we're making a big update to the Phone app this year. First, we're giving you a brand new way to express yourself with personalized contact posters. You get to customize exactly how you're represented when you give people a call. This rich new visual identity doesn't just show up in calls. It's also part of your contact card, so you'll have a consistent look across the places where you communicate and share. With posters, you're in control. Customizing your poster works a lot like personalizing your lock screen. And for developers, this all works with CallKit. So posters will appear for calls placed via third-party VoIP apps too. Next, we have a powerful new feature to help you make a more informed decision about when to answer an incoming call: live voicemail. Sometimes when a call comes in from an unknown number, it's hard to know whether it's one you want to pick up. Now, when someone calls you and leaves a message, you'll see a live transcription in real time as they speak. And there's another type of call getting a big update: FaceTime, where we've added one of our most requested communication features. Now, when you call someone on FaceTime and they aren't available, you'll be able to leave a message. To tell you about some updates to another way we love to share and communicate every day, here's Kim.
To start, let's quickly cover some key improvements that make using Messages even faster and more convenient. First, search is more powerful and precise with the addition of search filters. So now you can start a search and then add additional terms to narrow the results to find exactly what you're looking for. A new catch-up arrow in the top right of your conversation lets you jump to the first message you haven't seen. We've also made replying inline faster than ever. And for those times when you get an audio message but you aren't able to listen right away, they're now transcribed so you can read them in the moment and listen later. Finally, location sharing now lets you keep track of your friend's location directly. Next, I'd like to share an important new feature for those situations where you want to let a loved one know you made it back home safely: check-in. Whether you're walking home after dark or going for an early morning run, you can start check-in with a family member or friend to let them know when you get home safely. As soon as you arrive, check-in automatically detects that you're home and lets your friend know. But if something unexpected were to happen while you're on your way, it can recognize that you're not making progress towards your destination and check in with you. And if you don't respond, it can automatically share useful information such as your current location and the route you took. And they'll also be able to see your battery level and cell service status. We also have an updated design for how you get to all your iMessage apps. They used to live above your keyboard, and now they are gracefully tucked away, giving your conversations this sleek new look. With just a tap of this new plus button, you'll see all the things you send the most. Also inside this menu is something you are going to love, a brand new stickers experience. By tapping the plus button and then tapping stickers, you'll see the brand new drawer that brings all my stickers into one place. And we've made all emoji into stickers. I can peel and stick an emoji sticker, and I can rotate and resize it too. And check this out. When I tap on the Live Photos tab, I see all of the live photos that will make great animated stickers. And just like that, it gets added right into my Live Stickers tab. From there, I can send my sticker inline or peel and stick like this. And the fun doesn't stop in messages. We've added stickers system-wide, so you can access your full sticker collection in markup and anywhere you can access emoji today, including in third-party apps. So that's messages. Now, back to Craig.
iPhone provides many ways to share content with others, and we have some exciting updates to how we share with AirDrop. AirDrop makes it easy to share a file with a colleague or send photos to a friend in seconds. And this year, we're expanding how you can use AirDrop to share in all new ways, starting with how you swap your number with someone new. Today, you either hand your phone to them or one of you dictates your information while the other types it. Now, there's a name drop. With name drop, you can just bring your phones close together. You'll see the same contact poster we talked about for phone calls, and you can easily choose the phone numbers and email addresses you want to share along with it. And we're also using this same gesture to make it easier than ever to AirDrop content and even kick off shared experiences. And for developers, this will work automatically for apps that support SharePlay. So you can bring your phones together to watch the same live stream on Twitch, or jump into a coding game together with Emoji. It's never been easier to share. iOS 17 brings big updates to the intelligence in the keyboard that improve the experience every time you type. It starts with the feature at the core of typing accurately on iPhone, autocorrect. And with the power of Apple Silicon, iPhone can run this model every time you tap a key. Autocorrect is also getting more capable, with refreshed design to better support you as you type. Sentence-level autocorrections can fix more types of grammatical mistakes. And now you'll get predictions in line as you type. So finishing a word or even the whole sentence is as easy as tapping the space bar. And predictions improve based on the phrases and words you use, so they're more personalized. Last, let's talk about some exciting new experiences we're bringing to iOS 17. Starting with a new way to reflect on and relive special moments.
Being reminded of life's special moments is a really powerful thing. So we wanted to create a new way to help people not only remember, but also write about their experiences, inspired by rich details from their day, including people, places, activity, and even music. Today, we're excited to introduce Journal, a brand new app coming to iPhone later this year. Journaling is a great way to practice gratitude and has been shown to improve your well-being. And you control what to include when you enable suggestions and which ones to save to your journal. And for developers, suggestions will be available as an API, so they can be used in their apps too. Some suggestions are personalized and some are reflection prompts. You can add these to your journal in one tap. And when you do, there's even a writing prompt like, what was the highlight of your visit? So it's easy to get started. As you capture life's precious moments, you can mark important ones and revisit them later. And to stay consistent, you can schedule notifications. So that's Journal. And now, back to Craig.
With iPhone in your hand, you have all the information you need right when you need it. We saw an opportunity to create something new and different for those moments when you set iPhone down. We call it Standby. Just by turning iPhone on its side while charging, you get a new full-screen experience with glanceable information designed to be viewed at a distance. When you wake up, it's easy to see the time with a clock, and it's easy to personalize. Swipe up to choose from a range of beautiful clock styles. Swipe to the side and you can look back on your favorite moments. At night, when you're charging iPhone, Standby adapts to low light, taking on a beautiful red tone to help you sleep. iOS 17 has many more features, including the ability to simply say Siri to activate Siri. And that's iOS 17. iPadOS powers iPad, our most versatile device. And just last month, we further stretched the bounds of what's possible on iPad by bringing Final Cut Pro and Logic Pro, our industry-leading professional video and music creation apps, to iPad, redesigned from the ground up. Our next release, iPadOS 17, takes iPad even further, bringing new levels of personalization and making iPad even more capable, starting with widgets and the lock screen. Widgets were designed to quickly convey information at a glance. Now, we've made widgets interactive, and I can take action directly in the widget without even opening an app. So I can not only see my reminders, I can also tap one to mark it as complete right here. I can learn something new with flashcards from Quizlet and track it with streaks right away. We think these interactions with widgets are going to make the home screen so much more powerful. Next, we want to bring a greater level of customization and personalization to another space, the lock screen. Just tap and hold to get started. And when you select a live photo, we use an advanced machine learning model to synthesize additional frames to create a gorgeous, smooth, slow motion effect. I can tap the time, to adjust the font and the color, and even change the font weight to get it just right. Here on the left, there's also a space to add widgets. And that's how you can customize your lock screen with iPadOS 17. The lock screen gets one other feature that makes it even more useful: live activities. And we're happy to report that now you can even keep track of multiple timers. Next, let's talk about an app that we're excited to bring to iPadOS for the first time: Health. The Health app has been designed to take advantage of the larger screen on iPad, so you can see rich details at a glance. And because your health data is securely synced, you can see your health information from your iPad, iPhone, Apple Watch, as well as compatible third-party apps and devices, all in one place. Next, let's take a look at improvements we're making to the way you work with PDFs.
iPad is the best device for PDFs. They are built right into iPadOS, so you can open them anywhere. And they render beautifully. Thanks to new machine learning models, iPadOS can identify the fields in a PDF, so you can use autofill to quickly fill them out with information like names, addresses, and emails from your contacts. This even works on documents you scan with the camera. Another place where we keep PDFs is in the Notes app. It's great for capturing almost any information, and it's getting a big upgrade that gives you brand new ways to organize, read, annotate, and collaborate on PDFs. PDFs sit right inside your notes. You have all the note-taking capabilities of the app, and the PDF is expanded to a full width view. You can quickly review the document, flip through pages, and annotate using Apple Pencil. You can keep multiple PDFs in the same note. When you're working together, you see each other's updates in real time. So as you scribble something down, the changes you make appear right away on your collaborator's iPad. Live collaboration even works with stickers and images.
macOS is the heart of the Mac, and with Apple Silicon, the Mac lineup has never been stronger. Combined with macOS, it enables you to be more productive and creative. For our next release, we focused on helping you get even more done. Introducing macOS Sonoma. Many of the features we talked about earlier on iOS and iPadOS are going to be great on the Mac. And macOS Sonoma brings a rich set of features that elevate the experience of macOS, starting with stunning new screensavers. And when you log in, this imagery settles beautifully into your desktop. Next, let's talk about making your Mac more personal through widgets. by simply bringing your widgets right into view here on the desktop. And I can put these anywhere. So let's add shortcuts here to the bottom left. To make sure widgets aren't distracting while you're working with apps, we also came up with a way to make them glanceable without feeling intrusive. To add more widgets, I can bring up the widget gallery, where I have all the widgets I know and love on my Mac. But I also have some amazing widgets on my iPhone. And through the magic of continuity, I can now access them all right here on my Mac. And just like on iPad and iPhone, widgets on the Mac are now interactive. So you can use your car widget from your iPhone to start cooling off your car.
Now, tens of millions of Macs can run demanding games with great performance, long battery life, and breathtaking visuals. This year, macOS takes the gaming experience even further with Game Mode, giving players an edge when performance is measured in precious milliseconds. And Game Mode makes gaming on Mac even more immersive, dramatically lowering audio latency with AirPods and significantly reducing input latency with Xbox and PlayStation controllers by doubling the Bluetooth sampling rate. Game Mode works with any game, including all of these recent and upcoming Mac games. We are so excited to see developers bringing more games to the Mac. And to help with that, Metal provides a new game porting toolkit to make it even easier for developers to port their games from other platforms.
We spend a lot of time on video calls. This year, we have great new ways to help you present remotely. A new video effect called Presenter Overlay elevates your presence by including you on top of the content you're sharing. With Small Overlay, your face appears in a movable bubble, so it's easy to be seen while showcasing your work. With Large Overlay, you remain prominent while your shared screen is framed next to you. We also have a new Reactions video effect. When you want to let others know how you feel, you can add a reaction that seamlessly blends your video with balloons, confetti, hearts, and more. And you can trigger these effects with a gesture. You can use these new video effects with any app.
With macOS Sonoma, Safari is the world's fastest browser. It renders cutting-edge websites with amazing speed. In just the past few months, we've added even more features for developers. And we're adding even more, including beautiful advancements to typography. Another cornerstone of the Safari experience is privacy. This year, we're taking it a step further. Private browsing now locks your private browsing windows when you're not using them, completely blocks known trackers from loading on pages, and removes tracking from URLs. We're now adding the ability to securely share passwords and passkeys with the people you're closest with. Last, we're giving you a faster way to access your favorite sites with web apps on Mac.
And that's macOS Sonoma. Now, let's take a look at audio and home experiences.
AirPods are the most popular headphones in the world, providing the best personal audio experience throughout your day. From active noise cancellation, which removes unwanted background noise so it's easier to focus, to transparency mode, which keeps you connected to the world around you, that's why we are excited to announce Adaptive Audio. It combines the best of both listening modes into one, making it even easier to move through environments and interactions that are constantly changing. Adaptive Audio helps when you're on a call in loud environments as well by proactively reducing the noise around you. We're also improving the AirPods automatic switching experience across the ecosystem. Now, it is significantly faster to transition from a conference call on Mac to your favorite playlist on iPhone, all without missing a beat.
AirPlay is the easiest way to share your audio, videos, and photos to nearby speakers and screens. And we're making AirPlay more seamless than ever. Your iPhone and iPad now use on-device intelligence to learn your AirPlay preferences. That's why we're excited about launching AirPlay in hotels. And to make your next trip even more enjoyable, we're thrilled to bring SharePlay to the car. Next, let's turn to tvOS and Apple TV, which work incredibly well with all your Apple devices to deliver the best of television along with all of your entertainment. In tvOS17, we've completely redesigned Control Center, making it more intuitive. And when you can't find your Siri remote, you can now use your iPhone to locate it. Sometimes what you really want to watch isn't a show. It could be your favorite family photos that fill the room with joy. Now, to enjoy these special moments even more, you can select Memories as your screensaver. And for times when we're not in the same place, we're excited to introduce a new feature that will transform your living room. FaceTime is coming to Apple TV. Apple TV takes full advantage of the cameras on your iPhone and iPad for effects like center stage. As you move around or when someone enters the room, you'll always stay perfectly framed. At any time, you can interact using gestures that'll show up on everyone's screen. With SharePlay, you can easily watch together and everyone stays in sync. These are some of the features coming to audio and home. Next, here's Kevin to tell you about the updates coming to watchOS.
watchOS is the world's most advanced wearable operating system, and it's redefined how people all over the world think of what a watch can do. As Apple Watch has evolved, it's become even more intuitive, and today, we're excited to take this further with watchOS 10. We're introducing a way for you to enjoy a beautiful watch face, like portraits, while still giving you quick access to information you care about. Now, from any watch face, you can simply turn the digital crown to reveal widgets in a smart stack. I can start off my day with a glance at the forecasts and headlines, and the smart stack uses machine learning to show you relevant information right when you need it. And you can long press to add a widget to the smart stack. This also works great for other active sessions, like stopwatch, workouts, or listening to podcasts. Developers can also use this new design language to update apps. We're also introducing 2 new watch faces. We're so excited for you to experience your Apple Watch in a whole new way, with redesigned apps that provide more information at a glance, and new ways to navigate and quickly access your content, all powered by the intelligence of watchOS 10. Here's Eric to tell you about some new features that will make Apple Watch an even more essential companion for cyclists.
Apple Watch has a lot of great cycling features already, like notifying you to start a workout if you forgot, and the safety potential of fall detection. In watchOS 10, Apple Watch can now connect to Bluetooth-enabled bike sensors, so you can add cadence and power to your standard metrics and even try out a new cycling power workout view. In watchOS 10, cycling workouts from your Apple Watch now automatically show up as a live activity on your iPhone. Next, let's talk about hiking. In watchOS 10, Compass will automatically generate 2 new waypoints for you. A new cellular connection waypoint will indicate the last place you had reception with your carrier, if you ever need to check your messages or make a call to your family. And in the case of an emergency, another new waypoint will indicate where on your route you can make an emergency call using any available carrier's network.
So those are our updates to iOS, iPadOS, macOS, watchOS, and the software that powers audio and home. With each, we continue our commitment to delivering unique capabilities, tailor-made for each device, while simultaneously designing for a consistent experience. Our OS releases will be available as developer betas today, and each of them will have a public beta next month. All of these OS releases will be available to our users this fall.
Today, we introduced some amazing new Macs and showed you where we're taking the incredible software platforms that drive our products. But we do have one more thing. Introducing Apple Vision Pro. Vision Pro is a new kind of computer that augments reality by seamlessly blending the real world with the digital world. And you control Vision Pro using the most natural and intuitive tools, your eyes, hands, and voice. With Vision Pro, you're no longer limited by a display. Your surroundings become an infinite canvas. Immerse yourself in games on a giant screen surrounded by spatial audio. And connect with people as if you're sharing the same space.
Apple Vision Pro allows us the freedom to imagine an experience unlike anything we've created before. For the first time, we've designed a fully three-dimensional interface, one magically controlled with just your eyes, hands, and voice. Experiences in Vision Pro aren't constrained to the boundaries of a display. They can freely fill the space around you. It's easy to make apps any scale, even larger than life. And you can place apps exactly where you want them. There's something truly extraordinary about seeing your favorite apps and experiences right there in the room with you. And apps can expand fully into your space, like during a mindfulness session. And with Vision Pro, apps and experiences can do something else remarkable. They can grow beyond the dimensions of your physical room with environment. Environments extend so you can control how immersed you are by simply turning the digital crown. With Vision Pro, we set the ambitious goal to design an incredibly intuitive input model for spatial computing, one that could be used without controllers or additional hardware. Apple Vision Pro relies solely on your eyes, hands, and voice.
These groundbreaking innovations required remarkable breakthroughs in design and technology. To tell you about the incredible new design of Vision Pro, here's Richard.
Apple Vision Pro is the result of decades of our collective experience designing high-performance products like Mac, mobile products like iPhone, and wearable products like Apple Watch. To achieve our goals of performance, mobility, and wearability, we utilize the most advanced, lightest weight materials possible. The entire front of the product is a singular piece of three-dimensionally formed and laminated glass. The glass flows seamlessly into a lightweight frame that houses a button to capture spatial photos and video, and a digital crown that summons the home view and rotates to control immersion levels of environments. This surprisingly compact form encapsulates an extraordinary amount of technology: displays, cameras, sensors, and even a high-performance computer, all kept cool by an efficient thermal design that quietly draws air through the system. We studied thousands of heads to get a detailed understanding of the huge variation in cheek width, face angle, and head shape. This led us to design a modular system that allows us to tailor the product to fit you perfect. Extending from the frame are flexible straps that conform to the head, ensuring the audio pods remain close to your ears. The band attaches with a simple and secure mechanism, allowing you to change it for a different size. For those who wear glasses, we teamed up with Zeiss to create custom optical inserts that magnetically attach to the lenses. They accommodate a huge range of vision correction. Vision Pro supports all-day use when plugged in, and up to 2 hours of use with the external high-performance battery.
So that's Apple Vision Pro. With the most advanced displays we've ever made, a revolutionary spatial audio system, 2 powerful Apple Silicon chips, a groundbreaking spatial operating system, and a gorgeous design made from aerospace-grade alloys, Apple Vision Pro is the most advanced personal electronics device. Apple Vision Pro starts at $34.99. It will be available early next year on Apple.com and at Apple retail stores in the US.
You will be able to engage with our team to learn more about this new platform, get a demo, and personalize your fit for Vision Pro.
We can't wait for you to experience Apple Vision Pro. Now back to Tim.
Thank you, Mike, and thanks to all of our presenters. And a big thanks to everyone at Apple who made today possible. This has been a huge day. We introduced the all-new 15-inch MacBook Air, the world's best 15-inch notebook, as well as the 2 most powerful Macs we've ever made, Mac Studio and Mac Pro, all of them powered by Apple Silicon. And of course, we announced Apple Vision Pro. We believe Apple Vision Pro is a revolutionary product. I hope you're as excited about Apple Vision Pro as we are. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a
Right, so there is quite a lot of content to react to there. Firstly, I am happy that there is going to be a 15-inch MacBook Air, and I do think that will make the MacBook Air lineup more appealing for quite a lot of people, although not for everyone, not least because the 13-inch ones are all cheapened, so that is something for users to keep in mind, especially if the people that you are buying one for if you are doing something like that. Don't exactly need to have a higher definition camera. Jumping on other things, however, it's good to know that you will be able to customize stickers and have a customizable screen when you are using phone messages or FaceTime, but I want to mention it anyway because it was something that throughout that I was hoping would be the case, but I can't really think of any reason why it wouldn't be now. If that still works with WhatsApp, it's going to be brilliant. I'm also really happy that the widgets feature that has been on iPhone for a very long time now is going to be available on Mac and on iPad, and I'm also really looking forward to the FaceTime app coming to Apple TV, which I'm sure is going to be a massive help to a lot of people as well, especially if your family members live overseas. The biggest announcement, however, is going to be that of Vision Pro, and while there are still a few problems, I do think by going by what they said, it's one of the most openly accessible virtual reality headsets that have been announced overall, especially after it's just launched. The fact that you will be able to control it using vision by using your voice and by using your hands is something that makes it extremely accessible to quite a lot of people and possibly quite a number of disabled people as well. I would like a future update to include the ability to create your own gestures, however, so that someone who is paralyzed from the neck down has the option of creating something that would work best for them, or by controlling the headset with just a ring. However, other than that, perfectly happy. But now that I've finished giving you all of my thoughts, let me ask, what did you think about everything that was announced at WWDC23? Do you have any favourites? Or was there anything that you didn't like about the software that was announced, or about the new tech that has been announced? And in that case, what was that? Plus, all of the tech that has been announced and that was announced, have you ordered any of it? Well, if you would like to pass on some of your thoughts, you can include them in a review wherever you're listening to this podcast on, as well as via the contact pages over on Phoebes Lau Tech Reviews, eltechreviews.co.uk, or on my other website, phoebelau.com. If you're interested in watching the videos on accessible technology that I upload to YouTube, you can find more of them by just searching for PL Tech Reviews on YouTube, but there's a link to the video that this episode is inspired by in the episode notes well, so please click on that if you would like to check that out. However, if you would also like to see a couple of my accessible tours and reviews, as well as my film, TV, theatre reviews, and political videos, you can also support all of them and check all of them out by just searching for Phoebes Lau journalism on YouTube. And if you would instead prefer a video-free version of everything that is on there, you can also still get everything just in a podcast form by searching for the Phoebes Now podcast on all of the same destinations as you can listen to this podcast on. But of course, there is also the Buy Me a Coffee page again. In the next episode, you're going to hear everything I think about the Apple Vision Pro headset that was announced at WWDC23, and that will then be followed by part 2 of my review of the customized BSI that I've been trying, which is also when you'll be fully caught up with everything that I've uploaded to YouTube so far this year. I plan to update this podcast 3 times a week, but honestly, that all depends on whether or not I get more work at the minute, as I do need to still get work and get paid something. But if anything has to change, I will still try to make this as regular as possible. So fingers crossed. If you would like to follow me on any of my socials, you can do so by searching for @PhoebesLau on Twitter, or as it is now, X, and by searching for the real Phoebes Lau on Instagram. However, you can also follow the Phoebes Lau Tech review site as well if you have a WordPress account, or click on the link in the episode notes. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. Bye!